A friendly seaside community where the sun is hot, the waves are beautiful, and strange creatures rise from the depths while we all pretend to ignore them. Welcome to Beach City. I am pleased to announce that today is a very special day, said the man in the television, smiling warmly. Today, dear viewers, is the day we pay respect to the rulers, the protectors, the glorious saviours of our beloved Beach City. I am referring, of course, to the 3 women who are currently living in the house nestled beneath the great rock formation by the shore, of which one is tall and dark, one is thin and pale, and one is short, stout, and purple. Remember these 3 women. Remember that we are but a single fragile spot of life on the surface of this planet, fully subject to the whims of the ancient cosmic war which is so closely entangled with our history. Remember these 3 women, and their young child. I never know how to feel about this, murmurs Pearl. What are you saying? Snorts Amethyst, elbowing her in the side. This is great. We're on TV. The man in the television presents the news. There is a channel where he does so live, without interruption, without footage of the events he describes, and without any visible staff to aid him, from morning till night. His studio is empty, white, and blank except for the desk at which he sits. No one knows where it is, and the only people who can remember meeting him are the cashiers of shops where he buys lunch. He knows everything that goes on at Beach City. He reports it as it happens, even if he cannot possibly have seen it. No one watches his channel. His evening slots on the General Entertainment Channel have been gradually replaced by episodes of the Crying Breakfast Friends cartoon, whose director, Steve Carlsberg, he is often heard to decry. On the day the summer reading program ends, the Maheshwarans join the crowd at the reformed entrance to the library, fighting with the other fearful and desperate parents for the first glimpse of their children. "Look," said Mrs. Maheshwaran, "there she is!" And she points to a respectable girl with dark stains in her overalls, on her book bag, and on the blade of her sword. They push through the crowd with renewed urgency, weeping with relief that she's standing and unhurt, but she runs to meet them, and there is a smile on her face. "If only we'd known," said Mrs. Maheshwaran, wrapping her arms around her daughter. "It wasn't that bad," Connie mutters. Stephen is watching on TV, but the camera zooms in on Tamika Flynn, and Connie vanishes from sight. "Aw," he says, and rolls over on the bed. "Can I join the summer reading program next year, Pearl?" She hesitates before saying no, and this is good, because it occurs to her that she should not. "Well, if you'd like to pick up a new hobby, and Connie will be there, of course, I'm sure we can consider it." And here she looks to Garnet for confirmation, but Garnet's gaze is fixed on the screen. She is watching Tamika. She is seeing Tamika's future. "On a happier note," says the man in the television, "Mr. Fryman contacted me late last night to say he plans to reopen his fast food restaurant, Beach City Walk Fries, very soon. It's good to know he and his family haven't been discouraged by the minor fiasco which resulted in the shop having to close suddenly a couple of days ago, in which Frybo, the lovable Beach City Walk Fries mascot, came to life and viciously attacked only a dozen or so of the restaurant's evening patrons, seizing them with its styrofoam tentacles and forcefully shoving mouthfuls after mouthful of shop's delicious fries down their throats. While perhaps half the unfortunate victims of the mascot's adorable over-enthusiasm are still in the hospital, I think we can all agree that this will only help Beach City Walk Fries' publicity in the long run. All the better for one of our city's beloved family businesses. "I I didn't make no call," Mr. Fryman comments. "He's right, though, isn't he, Dad?" asks Petey. "Ain't much else we could have done," says Mr. Fryman. "Say, where's your brother? Still chatting with that cow's feather over Skype, I'm guessing?" "Yeah," says Petey. "He says he's actually going to come over to Beach City, like, in a few days. I've never seen anyone talk to Ronaldo for that long before. It kind of worries me." Pamela Winchell is running for mayor again. She and Bill Dewey have been the only candidates for mayor for the past 30 years, and the sounds of their vigorous and incessant campaigning, of Pamela's booming proclamations, "I stand upon the corpses of the fallen. Let them rise. Let them rise. Let them rise," of the van that mindlessly sings, "Mayor Dewey, Mayor Dewey," as it passes by, again and again and again, are a part of the rhythm that joins Beach City together. The mayor has always been one of them. Who else could possibly be qualified? "Of course," says the man in the television, "we do not pay our respects to our rulers on this day because it's the anniversary of the day they arrived and conquered us. That would be boring. We don't do it because this is the day a massive orange orb appeared in the sky, seemingly threatening to destroy Beach City in a catastrophic impact, then mysteriously exploded, either. That happened 6 months ago, not 12. You really need to pay more attention to your calendar. We don't even do it because this is the day a green six-limbed giant coalesced in a pillar of light down by the rocks, laughing maniacally before it was dragged into the ocean by a set of massive change, where it now thrashes and struggles on the sea floor, making tremors easily detectable by any professional seismometer. That... excuse me, listeners, that actually hasn't happened yet. My mistake. Please forget I said anything about it. Please forget. Anyway, since you've obviously completely forgotten, the actual reason this day is special is because it is the day a very special child was born. Technically, every day is that, of course. Every child is special. You were once special because you were once a child. I hope you knew that. Are you special now, even if you're not a child anymore? Does special mean the same thing now it did then? Perhaps you were never special. On the other hand, maybe you don't need to be special anymore. Maybe you're fine, just as you are, thinking, feeling, breathing, and human. Or not. Maybe, for a change, special should learn a thing or two about being you. Because you are you, and you are not this child. This child is not you, but he is special. He is going to become something extraordinary. Perhaps he is watching this broadcast right now. Perhaps he is now anxious. No. Hopeful. No. Excited to learn what he is going to become. He is going to become... Oh, no, I was mistaken. He's not watching. He has fallen asleep. It is late in the evening, after all. And with that, dear viewers, perhaps it is time for me, too, to retire. For me, too, to dream of things to come, both wonderful and terrible. We must all dream now and then. Dreaming is part of what we are, and only by being what we are, only by striving to continue existing as our strange, beautiful selves in the strange, beautiful, unknowable universe of which we inhabit a minuscule part, can we only hope to find meaning in our lives, or to please the extraterrestrial masters whom this day is dedicated to remembering. Both of these are important things. Stay tuned for a panicked, garbled distress signal being broadcast on loop to the stars by a desperate castaway. Farewell, Beach City. Farewell. Welcome to Beach City is a fan-made production. It was written by Midtime and voiced by KaiKaiL25. Music by Dispersion. Today's proverb: it never rains but it pours. It keeps pouring. We haven't seen the sun in years.